Under Xabi Alonso, Real Madrid have kicked off the 2025-26 season in electrifying fashion. They've not only won 6 straight games, but they've also captivated fans with a fresh, tactically sophisticated identity. Taking over from the legendary Carlo Ancelotti, Alonso stepped into a role loaded with pressure to rebuild a team already addicted to winning while finding a way to integrate the world's brightest attacking stars, including Kylian Mbappe, into a brand new system. So far, the results have been nothing short of spectacular. 15 points from the first 5 La Liga matches have lifted Los Blancos to the top of the table. But this isn't just about results. It's a bold experimental phase where Alonso is revealing both the strengths and the potential flaws his side must address before the bigger tests arrive, especially in the UEFA Champions League. The most striking change under Alonso is his tactical flexibility. Real Madrid are no longer locked into their traditional 4-3-3. Instead, they seamlessly shift between 4-3-3, 3-5-2, and even 4-4-2, adapting to the opponent and the rhythm of the game. The 4-3-3 remains the foundation, but positions are constantly interchanging. Often, Rodrigo or Vinicius drift inside, opening wide corridors for the fullbacks to surge forward, creating a dynamic, unpredictable front 3. When midfield control is the priority, Alonso switches to a 3-5-2. Here, Federico Valverde or Jude Bellingham tuck inside from the right, swelling the midfield numbers, allowing Madrid to dominate possession and suffocate their opponents. In the recent clash with Espanyol, Alonso's intent was even clearer. He fielded a daring 4-man attack, throwing young talents Gonzalo Garcia and Franco Mastantuono into the mix alongside Vinicius and Mbappe. It was a glimpse of his ambition, to not only maximize Madrid's firepower, but to find creative solutions against deep, crowded defenses. When it comes to individual brilliance, Kylian Mbappe is stealing the show. At 26, he looks like a more complete version of himself than just a year ago. No longer just a ruthless goal machine, Alonso has entrusted him with greater responsibility, linking play and pressing from the front. It hasn't dulled his killer instinct one bit. In fact, it has only amplified Madrid's overall strength. 7 goals in 6 games underline his irreplaceable role in this new system. What stands out most is his composure, his icy calm in front of goal. He doesn't need a flurry of chances. One sight of the net is often enough. And even when he isn't scoring, his very presence forces defenses to collapse around him, creating precious space for teammates to exploit. At the other end of the pitch, Real Madrid's defense looks stronger than ever, especially with key figures returning from injury. Eder Militao and Dani Carvajal have brought balance and stability back to the back line. The numbers speak for themselves. Just 3 goals conceded in 6 matches, proof of the near-perfect harmony Alonso is building between attack and defense. Militao, in particular, has been sensational. After a long battle with injury, the Brazilian has slotted straight back into the lineup, playing 5 of the last 6 matches with commanding assurance. And then came his unforgettable moment against Espanyol, a thunderous long-range strike that rattled into the net. It wasn't just a goal, it was a statement, a declaration that Militao is back, not just as a solid defender, but as a leader ready to take control of Madrid's defense. What's remarkable, though, is that despite all these tactical adjustments, Real Madrid have not lost their defining trait, their so-called winning DNA, that uncanny ability to tilt the balance of a match through moments of brilliance. Militao's rocket, Mbappe's clever footwork to win a penalty. These flashes are more than just highlights. They are part of a lineage, a tradition that stretches back through generations of Madrid heroes. Think back to Sergio Ramos's 93rd minute header in Lisbon, Cristiano Ronaldo's acrobatics, Gareth Bale's overhead kick in Kyiv, or Luka Modric's exquisite outside-of-the-foot pass that sparked Rodrigo's dagger against Chelsea. These are the moments that make Real Madrid, Real Madrid. And now, under Alonso, that same instinct is fused with discipline, structure, and tactical nuance. It creates a team that is both unpredictable and terrifying, one that keeps rivals on edge no matter the circumstances. Since the departure of Toni Kroos, Real Madrid's midfield has undergone a noticeable transformation. Under Alonso, it is no longer just the brain of the team, but a mobile powerhouse. Aurelien Tchouameni's role has grown more important than ever. He's not only the shield in front of the defense, but also the first distributor, launching attacks with decisive passes that set the tempo for Madrid's forward thrusts. Alongside him, Federico Valverde and Jude Bellingham are relentless engines. Their tireless movement fuels Madrid's pressing game from midfield, opening space for the forwards and suffocating opponents with energy. Yet, without a true orchestrator like Kroos, someone who could slow the game down, dictate rhythm, and add finesse, Madrid's play can sometimes feel hurried. This remains one of Alonso's puzzles as he experiments with different solutions to fill the void left by the German maestro. Up front, Mbappe's explosion has been a joy to watch, but it also comes with a hidden risk. With 7 of Madrid's 12 goals so far coming from the French superstar, the dependency is clear. Should his form dip, or worse, should injury strike, Madrid's attack could suddenly look fragile. Vinicius Jr., once Madrid's most unpredictable weapon, is also under the microscope. His spark has dimmed in key games, and frustration has begun to creep in. His visible discontent when substituted against Espanyol, throwing a water bottle and showing his displeasure, was more than just a passing gesture. It was a warning sign, a reminder that Alonso must carefully manage not only tactics, but also the harmony of the dressing room. The fact that his contract renewal talks remain stalled only adds to the tension. The competition with Mbappe seems to have placed invisible pressure on Vinicius. Balancing the dynamics between these two superstars may well define Alonso's season. Because as brilliant as tactics can be, the chemistry between his stars could determine whether this Real Madrid becomes unstoppable or unsteady. For all the positives, Alonso's Real Madrid are not without their challenges, and if left unresolved, these issues could prove costly. Discipline is one such concern. In just 6 matches, 2 players have already seen red: Dean Huijsen and Dani Carvajal. It's a reminder that this Madrid side must learn to keep their composure. So far, they've escaped without serious consequences, but against stronger opposition, lapses in discipline could be fatal. Alonso will need to tighten control and impress upon his squad the importance of restraint. Squad depth is another question mark. Madrid's first 11 is brimming with world-class talent, but certain areas remain thin. Injuries to key players could derail momentum and expose vulnerabilities. The emergence of young talents like Gonzalo Garcia and Mastantuono is encouraging, but as bright as they look, they still need time to mature before shouldering the full weight of responsibility. And then there's the context of Madrid's perfect start. As impressive as 6 wins from 6 may be, most of those victories have come against teams of lesser quality. They serve more as a warm-up, a confidence boost, rather than a definitive test of strength. The real examinations are yet to come, chief among them, the upcoming Madrid derby against Atletico on September 27th. That clash will be the first true mirror, reflecting just how far Alonso's men have really come. Add to that the looming battles in the Champions League, and Alonso's project will soon face its toughest scrutiny. In the bigger picture, though, there's no denying the sense of anticipation. Alonso is crafting a side that is flexible, inventive, and mentally resilient. But to turn Madrid from a team in transition into an undisputed contender for every trophy, he must iron out the flaws: discipline, depth, and balance. If he succeeds, the rewards could be enormous. For now, Madridistas have every reason to be excited. This feels like the beginning of something, a season that could blend tactical evolution with the timeless magic of the club's DNA. And with Alonso at the helm, the journey promises to be as dramatic as it is thrilling.